what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. It's the big moment. We've been waiting for this for a little while. I know you've been waiting for it and we've been working on it. It is that virtual car show, that 300,000 subscriber Raiti's Rides virtual car show event. I kind of wanted to honor you guys and give you an opportunity to have your car featured on Raiti's Rides in a virtual format, since this pandemic is making things a little bit harder to kind of do the meet and greets and all that kind of stuff. But basically, let me just explain what took place if you were unaware. You had the opportunity to send up to 4 pictures of your ride to us, and then we had a panel of judges, myself, Lori, Victor, and then a group of other people go through the submissions. Now, just so you know, we had 647 separate vehicles submitted for the virtual car show. So right off the bat, this has been a big task, a very big undertaking to go through them. So many great stories you guys put in the emails, and we loved reading each and every one, and I'm very proud to say that we responded to everybody. So you should have received an email at least letting you know that we read your email, we got your pictures and all that good stuff, and then we had to start the process of whittling it down. Now, just throwing it out there, if your car was not chosen, doesn't mean that we hate your car or we don't like you or whatever. We are honored just that you gave us the opportunity to take a look at your vehicles. So there will be other events that we have down the road, but for right now, we took the list of 647 and whittled it down to about 50 cars. Now, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna tune in, write this date down, September 24th, it's a Thursday, at 8 p.m., we are gonna announce the top 20 winners and of course, best of show. Each of those cars and their owners are gonna receive prizes from us here at Raiti's Rides, but it was so hard to go from 647 down to about 50 that I at least wanted to feature a little more than just the 20 and the best of show. So this is my way of giving a little bit more and letting a little bit more of your cars be seen on Raiti's Rides. So without further ado, exciting moment. We are gonna go through each of the 50 or so vehicles. And then, like I said, September 24th, we're gonna announce all the winners. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, guys, before we just dive in, I wanna let you know that we have a great variety of cars in the 300K subscriber virtual car show. Really represents what we bring to the channel each and every day. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're gonna start off with Ted's 2018 Porsche 911 GT3, just sitting there so stunning in that GT silver metallic. Of course, you have out back that massive rear wing from the factory, and underneath that engine hatch is gonna be that 4-liter flat 6 naturally aspirated engine, 500 horsepower, mated to a 7-speed DCT with a red line around 9,000 RPM. That's exactly how I would buy my GT3. Love the front end, very aggressive, and just the splash of yellow from the calipers looks amazing. Next, we have David's Gen 1 Tuxedo Black 2014 Ford Raptor. He actually had a Gen 2, got rid of it because he wanted some V8 power, and look at what he does. He uses his trucks for their intended purpose. So he is into that Baja off-roading. He's got a bunch of RPG goodies added to it, R1 slotted and crotched rotors, and of course all the underbody protection he's added because he really does use it for its purpose, and it looks great in that tuxedo black. Next, we have Peter's 1976 Corvette. This one though is a Resto-mod, restoration modification. Oh boy, underneath that hood though is the modification. It's a Chevy Performance LS3 crate motor, 520 horsepower, mated to a 5-speed Tremec manual transmission. It's got QAL adjustable coilovers, the full Willwood brake system, and from the factory it was optioned with power steering, power windows, power brakes, and a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. That L88 high-rise hood looks really stunning, especially with the black and the tan interior. Next, we have Nick's 2017 Shelby GT350, featured in 1 year only, Grabber Blue. Now, his came without the stripes. It was just one of 73 without stripes. He added the OEM over-the-top stripes and those custom GT350 side stripes, which look great. The car has a set of SVE GT350R replica wheels. He's got some ZL1 style winglets, and then underneath the hood you can see the modifications that he's done. Even bringing the color to underneath the hood gives it that extra special touch. Out back, that grabber blue just, it really lives to its name. It grabs your attention and does not let go, but a very nice looking GT350. Next we have Kennett's pristine 1991 Acura NSX, of course that first generation with the classic 90s pop-up headlights. It only has 47,000 original miles. I love the custom wheels on it. They're a little bit larger than stock, and you can see how it helps fill up the wheel well opening there and really balances nice the style with the rest of the vehicle being stock, except for that front splitter along the bottom, but looks great, that classic Acura NSX look. Next we have a 2019 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack wide body. That's Raymond's Scat Pack wide body. He actually was a Mustang guy, and I can't blame him for switching over, because that's one really bad mamma jamma sitting there. I like the way he powder coated the wheels silver, also did the silver with red pinstripe over the top stripes. That color is called Maximum Steel, and I think that the color really works well with the lighter silver wheels and stripes. And really, a Challenger wide body, that's exactly the way I would buy my Challenger, whether it's a Scat Pack or a Hellcat or whatever, because it just adds that extra muscle car look to it. Next we have, speaking of a muscle car, Mike's 1969 Corvette convertible, C3 obviously. C3 went from 68 all the way to 82. It's got a 427 tri-power. The way you know it's a tri-power, even when I was a kid, I used to love to see that triangular air cleaner there. Underneath the air cleaner is going to be 3 deuces, so 3 two-barrel carburetors. He's got a nice slick shifting 4-speed manual transmission, and of course the side pipes. I think that is an option that, yes, you're probably going to burn your leg here and there, but boy oh boy, the sound and the style, and of course having the chrome bumpers out front and the rear, and he's got a removable hardtop, so he is really good to go with that 69 Corvette. Next we have Ryan's 2008 Audi RS4, and this is when Audi was using naturally aspirated power. So it's a 4.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 pumping out 420 horsepower. Love the flared fenders, love the style of the wheels, a little bit of a kick up there on the rear trunk. It's a shame that they've gone twin turbos, and I know the twin turbos have plenty of power, but there is that V8, and it is looking really good underneath the hood of that RS4, and just a distinct sound. The front, that open grille shape, you got the Auto Union badge there, the RS4 badge. Really a car to hold on to, and I'm sure he's going to probably hold on to that for a while. Next we have Austin's 2018 Subaru Impreza Sport. Now this is a car very rarely do I ever see customized, but it's nice to see the touches that he's done. He's put some custom wheels, did some overlay on the badging, and even added like a front lip spoiler. And there's stuff underneath the hood that he changed as well, including a cold air intake. But like I said, I think it's really cool to see people really go out there and be a little different, take a car that they have, put their own special touches on it. And I think everything that he did really just adds to the overall look of the Impreza sedan. And that is a factory spoiler, believe it or not, on the trunk there. So it really fits well. Dan, next up we have Dan with his 2018 Wrangler JLU Overland build. So obviously specific intention, love the wheels, the tires, the way that he brought the whole overland culture, that lifestyle to the interior. It's a necessity when you're out there doing that type of activity. Out back, he's got everything that he needs to be able to be out there, out in the wild, and be safe and be prepared. And then this is probably one of my favorite pictures. It looks like it's right off of a magazine cover, but I love the color of his Wrangler with those wheels, with the 10 on top. Just a perfect image for that vehicle. Next, we have Miele's 1991 Acura NSX. This one with the 5-speed. Believe it or not, you could get an automatic back then. This one is also featured in probably one of my favorite names of a color, Sebring Silver. So after that racetrack, one of my favorite racetracks, looking really good. The way the car sits, the style of the wheel, it's a time that's gone by. And yes, I love the Gen 2 NSX, but there really is nothing like a Gen 1 Acura NSX, and this silver one is perfect. Zach is next with his 2005 WRX STI. That was the second year of production here in the United States, what they call the blob eye. That is not crystal white pearl, that is aspen white. He took the factory gold BBS wheels, had them powder coated black. He has some BC coilovers just to drop it enough, added a nice front lip splitter, looking really sharp. Next, we have Jim's 2020 Dodge Charger Daytona. So they brought the Daytona name back for 2020. They added extra horsepower, and it's only one of 501 to replicate what they did in 1969 with the original Dodge Charger Daytona. That Hellcat motor, 6.2 liter supercharged goodness. I think white with the blue fits it absolutely perfect, especially with the silver wheels. 305s, all four corners, can't go wrong with that. Next, we have Justin's 2019 Volkswagen Golf R. He's got some mods done, as you can see. Underneath the hood, he's got it Stage 2 tuned from Integrated Engineering, a cold air intake, catback exhaust, and he's sitting on 1552 podium wheels, 19 by 8.5. The car is perfect. It really is. If I was going to mod a Golf R, first of all, I love the color. Even though I love the blue, loving the gray on this particular one. And the silver on the wheels, I think, just sets it perfectly. Enough color difference there on the side just to make it pop. And the way that it's been lowered and everything is just absolutely stunning. And he's got the performance. Next, we have Alexander's all-original 1970 Dodge Charger RT. This is almost where it started. I mean, think about that early muscle car era. You got all the teak wood inside. He's got a pistol grip shifter, which you cannot see. It's right on the edge of the teak wood steering wheel there. A very, very interesting color combination. I don't think I've ever seen a color combo like this, like the way the colors even been brought to the wheels. And I'm even digging the vinyl roof. Normally, I'm not a big vinyl roof fan, but I think the black balances out the rest of that teal blue color, like the rear tail stripe as well. Absolutely just a perfect example of that muscle car era. Speaking of muscle, we have S. Bryan's 2011 Shelby GT500, that Oxford white with the grabber blue stripes across the top and on the side. You know, that 2007 to 2014 GT500 special car, they brought the GT500 back, 5-speed manual, 5.4 liter supercharged V8, and really, I think that his example is perfect with the color. You got the Shelby name across the back, the simulated fuel cap with the GT500 logo. I would love to take that for a spin for sure. Definitely some on-throttle action. Next, we have Tuong's 2019 Mazda MX-5 RF Miata. This one is the 30th anniversary, so big celebration. They made a limited number of these. They sold very quickly. You have raised forged wheels, those bright orange Brembo brakes, and you even have the orange brought inside with beautiful Recaro seats. Really just a great driving car, and boy oh boy, to have that special anniversary edition, super limited, and an RF to boot really just gives it a great look, great Miata all the way around. And I'm sure he's very happy to have that in his garage. Next, we have Patrick's 2016 Shelby GT350, but if you notice, it's actually a tribute. He really liked the Shelby GTH that we featured here on Raity's Rides from Mecum. He went ahead, normally the car had white over the top stripes. He went with the gold, went a little bit wider. And remember, those are the Hertz rental car colors, the black with the gold stripes. Even the side stripe is working perfect. And I really think that this is a perfect tribute car without going too over the top. I even like the simulated vents on the rear quarter windows to give it that perfect 1966 GT350 look. Next, we have John's 2011 Celine Mustang, that black label Mustang. I hope you like supercharged power, 625 horsepower, great look, great name. Steve Celine doing so much with the Mustang. Love the heat extractors up top. The black with the silver is looking absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Even up front, the horizontal slotted grille with the Celine badge in there. Great looking hood. Would love to hear this thing fire up and hear that supercharger underneath the hood. Next, we have Yanal's 2019 Mazda Miata Club. you know, this car is such a pleasure to drive, and when you go the club route, you're going to get those Bilstein dampers that even make it handle even greater, and there's nothing like the purest form of a sports car, that drop top convertible fun with that color combination. I know Soul Red is popular. I love the color on his. Next, we have Curtis, which Curtis is based out of Canada, so we have a lot of subscribers up in Canada. This is a 2000 Silverstone Silver, say that 10 times fast, Acura NSX. He's really into stereo systems, so he's done a lot of work with the speakers, with the whole tuning to give it the best sound as you're going down. Look at that interior, all original, looking great. Love the color combination, the silver with the black interior, but definitely, I mean, I would love to open up my garage and see that sitting in there. So thank you, Curtis, for submitting that beautiful 2000 Acura NSX. Next, we have Troy's 2013 Ford F-150 XLT, featured in a rare color. It's metallic blue jeans. He added some 20-inch works wheels, did a nice lift on it. I'm liking the fender flares. From the pictures, we were wondering if this was even a real truck. It looks like a toy. It looks that good, but the grille with the wheels, the running boards, and these pictures are absolutely stunning. Some of you did some great photography, and this is a perfect example of his Ford F-150, Troy's F-150. Next, we have George's 2019 Shelby GT350. You know I'm a big fan. This one is in Ford Performance Blue. And what I really like, what really grabbed a lot of the judges' attention with this one are those Shelby forged aluminum, brushed aluminum, CS21 wheels. He's got the gurney flap on the back, looking really clean with the white racing stripes. And there it is with a GT350R sitting behind him. So I think that the little extra touches he's made really makes the car stand out from the rest of the Shelby crowd, even from the front, looking really sharp. Next, we're gonna have Pablo, and Pablo's all the way from Paraguay. He has a Volkswagen GOL Trendline. So there is his Volkswagen. It has a 1.6 liter 5-speed manual transmission. This car is not even available in the United States, so it's kind of interesting to see what other people are driving in other countries. And what's great is bringing the modifications. I just loved all the touches that Pablo had done to his Volkswagen here with the interior, the spoilers, the wings. It almost looks like a mini rally car. And that was something that grabbed the judges' attention when we were looking at these pictures. I love the Dunlop, the white letters on the tires. The wheels look great. The way that it's been lowered a little bit, but really, really sharp. Just, I would love to toss that down a tight, twisty road. Next, we have Sultan Al Qadiri. I hope I'm not killing your name there, but Sultan Al Qadiri is from Kuwait. When he was here in the United States for school in Arizona, he fell in love with this Dodge Challenger, of course featured in Plum Crazy with the shaker hood. He brought it back to Kuwait. So how cool is it to see some American muscle in Kuwait? He added quad tip exhaust, those Mopar quad tip exhaust. That's exactly how it should have came from the factory, and really, really just caught my attention as soon as I saw the photos. And the Plum Crazy with the black accents and the shaker hood screams muscle car to me all day long. Really fell in love with his. So thank you for submitting that one in. Next, we have actually a twofer. It's Chad and his son, Jack. So this is Chad. He's the dad. That rhymes. He's got an SS1LE, loving the red with the flat black hood. And his son has a pristine, and these are very rare, 1996 Nissan S14. He's done some nice modifications to it with the wheels, but everything else, like body-wise, is looking really clean, really original. And I like the way just enough touches, and it's great for the father-son there. You see the Sylvia badge being representative from, it's a true JDM from Japan, but nice to see the father-son car passion. I know my dad was very influential, and really just two beautiful cars. Totally different ends of the spectrum, but that's what makes cars so great and wonderful. Next, we have Charles. He has a 1995 Toyota Supra, and it's not stock. There's a lot of work that's been done. So we took the 3-liter. It's got a single turbocharged engine. The engine has been built by Powerhouse Racing, pumping out tons of horsepower. Love the way this is not just for speed, but also I love the style and the accents underneath the hood. You can see the stock radiator fan shroud there. That's actually important for cooling. I learned that along the way. You don't want to take that off. You want to keep the stock piece on. The wheels are great. He's got some coilovers. Next, we have Sam's 2004 Mustang Mach 1, the last year of the Mach 1. Yes, they're bringing it back, but some people say, hey, without the shaker hood, it's not a real Mach 1. It's featured in Azure Blue, 5-speed manual. He's got a JLT intake, 410 gears. So this thing must be a screamer at the drag strip. He's got AMR wheels, 19 by 8.5 up front and 19 by 10 out back. I'm actually digging the wheels. I've never seen a Mach 1 with custom wheels like that before, and they're looking really sharp, and those are his buddy's Mustangs next to him. John Lee with his 2018 Subaru WRX STI. This was the first year, remember, that they did a refresh for the latest STI. They went to 6-piston Brembo calipers. I love the wheels. It's sitting on BC race coilovers. He added the red striping that you find like on my Type RA. He's got the vortex generators out back, but the way the car sits with those wheels, absolutely stunning. And of course, a front lip spoiler just kind of balances out the whole car. Next, we have Charles, and he's got a 1998 Pontiac Trans Am WS6. Boy, oh boy, Pontiac would be proud of his build. So he's got a 416 cubic inch V8, 530 horsepower. Love the front splitter, the wheels. And yes, from the factory, that's how the hood came. So very, very aggressive, that last generation of the Trans Am. And with the WS6 package, that's the one to have with all the performance goodies, that massive quad tip exhaust out back. Very nice car, Charles. Next, we have Matt with his 2017 Roush Stage 3 Mustang. He's got a carbon fiber drive shaft on 93 pump octane, 705 horsepower, supercharged goodness. Love the wheels, love the color. And Roush does a great job with their hockey style striping on the side. Matt, another Matt, 2015 Nissan GTR. He's got Rohan wheels, 700 horsepower coming out of that twin turbo V6. I even like the way he's got a carbon fiber steering wheel with the perforated leather. So he brought some of that style, especially the blue with the blue contrast stitching there and the carbon fiber. And you could see not only beautiful work visually, but you're going to get that performance underneath the hood with his Nissan GTR, a really, really great example. Next, we have David with his 2018 Honda Accord Sport 2-liter turbo modified. I don't see, this is another car you just don't see. He's got Verde wheels, which are 19 by 8.5. Look at that rear diffuser, the quad tip exhaust, and the way that the bodywork he added goes around the whole bottom of the car. Trunk lid spoiler, sitting perfect. No rub whatsoever, which blows my mind, but nice to see him take his idea of a Type R Honda Accord and create it himself. Next, we have James. He's got a 2018 Chevy Colorado ZR2 in Cajun Red. I've never actually seen this color in person, but seeing it in his photos really, really pops nice, especially with the different accents on the vehicle from the factory. And it's one of those trucks that, yes, it's lacking in certain ways when it comes to interior, but boy, oh boy, is it an off-road performer. And you could see that he actually uses it for its purposes and its intentions and the great photography as well. That's another thing to point out. Next, we have Miguel with his 2017, this one made me drool, 2017 Corvette Grand Sport. He's got the full aero kit on it. He's got the racing stripes. He's got the hash marks. Just a sick car. And the Grand Sport I actually like because I feel like it's more balanced. It's a more balanced performer than the Z06, especially if you're going to do track days or anything like that. Even the red interior, it just works very, very well on this particular car, and it really is one to hold on to, which I'm sure he's going to hold on to for a very long time. The wheels, the red calipers, even the red pinstripe on the wheels, just enough to balance everything out, and I absolutely love it. I love looking at it just sitting here. Next, we have, of course, a BMW M2. This one has some wonderful mods done to it. It's been lowered a little bit. Love the white, and these photos with the way the vehicle is going down the road is just perfect. I think the M2 is probably my favorite current BMW. Such a nice performer, such a nice handling vehicle, and there's going to be more mods to come, so stay tuned for this M2. I would love to feature it on the channel one of these days. Next, we have Larry's 1969 427 Corvette. This, of course, a C3 again, has a 4-speed manual, but you know what? He's the original owner. It's not stock anymore, as you can see. It's got a 479 cubic inch Merlin light aluminum block. He actually wrecked it in 1971 in an autocrossing accident, and that's what made him build this vehicle, which he calls Nightwind, and it is a standout with Boyd Cottonton wheels and a B&M supercharger, so he's got plenty of power. And then to wrap it off, the last vehicle, this is Dax's 2015 Subaru WRX STI. Love the way he put some gold wheels on there. He's got the STI front lip spoiler, and really, I think the white with the gold is almost as iconic and being my favorite as blue with the gold wheels. So really another fine example of the many Subaru fans that we have, and Dax did a great job with the nice touches, even the red striping on the grille there, looking really great. And 2015, remember, was the first year of this particular design. But that wraps it up. That's the virtual car show, so stay tuned. September 24th, 8 p.m., we're going to announce the winners. And let me reiterate one more time. This was tough. I've never done anything so tough in my life, having to sort through all the great cars. It would be great to have them all, but this video would probably be about 5 days long. But I just want to thank everybody once again for submitting your vehicle. If it was not chosen, it's not because we hate you. It's not because we think your vehicle sucks. It just, there were so many and we had to narrow it down. But we're going to pick the top 20 and we're going to have Best of Show September 24th. If you want to keep seeing stuff like this on Raity's Rides, where we get a little creative because we can't come to you right now, I can't host a Raity's Ride celebration at Walker Ford. If you want us to keep doing stuff online like this, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Raity's Rides merch. Of course, I got to give it to my wonderful wife, my production manager. You know who she is, Lori, doing the business, setting this whole room up. Look at this beautiful artwork she did. She created this for the studio here to kind of just make it that much more. So thank you, Lori. Show her some love in the comment section or I'm going to be pissed off. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.